G'day guys, how are you? It's Paul here from Kidis Creative, and today I have a very special video and a very special guest with me. We're going to be talking about print and all the different areas of print and why you guys should be using a really good printer or a print broker, as Paul likes to say. So today, here is Paul Agee for all my clients. We've been using Paul for quite some time for all of our little projects and all the great print that we've been doing for you guys. So I thought, wouldn't it be really good if I finally introduced Paul to you through this video, and yeah, so you can get a bit of an understanding about what he does and why it's going to benefit you. So here he is. Paul, introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, thanks folks. I'm Paul from Point 918. I'm a printing broker, which means basically I'm a matchmaker with your business to Printers of Australia. I find the absolutely most suitable person to print your particular type of work. They're happy because they're doing what they do best. You're happy because you get exactly what you want, and I'm happy because you're all happy.
And it's usually cheaper than most other printers.
Oh, absolutely.
As well, so.
Simply because they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, as opposing to what they may from day to day be necessitated to do.
Yeah. So Paul, why should our clients consider using print as part of their advertising and marketing strategy?
Okay, so what we have to do is clear up one misconception initially and straight away. Print is far from dead. I probably don't have to tell you folks that today, at some time or other, you've touched print, you've smelt print, you've read print, and my guess is that you've memorised quite a bit of that material that you've read, touched, smelt. It's quite ubiquitous. It's everywhere. It reinforces messages. If you want something remembered, print it.
Beautiful. Definitely. So why should our clients print?
Well, your clients are going to get their fabulous Kidis creative, brilliant website.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
But you need people to find that website. Print drives people to the web.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's done in a relatively, it's probably not subtle. It's very poignant, it's very direct, and it can be quite succinct. The point is, you want them to go to that site. You don't have to tell them everything in your print. Get them to go to the site. Complete the circle.
Yeah, absolutely. I would even go so far as to say that print is probably one of the best offline methods to get people to this website, especially when you give them a reason to do it. You know?
Oh, absolutely. As I said before, print's far from dead. It's rebounding incredibly at the moment.
Well, it's cheap, isn't it?
It is. Print's actually never been cheaper. It's technology in my business is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Very few people would understand that, and I don't expect you to. But hey, look at me. I'm enjoying myself. I love every moment of it.
Beautiful. And another thing I would love to touch on is print also has a really long life. So once you print something, you can use that thing over and over and over again. And quite often, if you buy it in bulk, it's just ridiculously cheap these days. So definitely worth our clients having a chat to you about that.
Indeed. Although I might point out to you, they don't necessarily have to buy in bulk. There are many methods of print today. There's digital print from things that are like, I suppose you could loosely describe as giant photocopiers. But then there are other printers that I use, for instance, that what we call batch print. They'll print very small quantities, but you'll share the press with many other people doing exactly the same thing. Those pre-press costs and all those preparation costs come shrunk down and spread over all those folk that are using that mammothly expensive press, and it becomes really quite economical. In fact, it's cheap. It's as simple as that.
All right, awesome. So why should they use you and Point 918 to get the best results for their business?
Okay, so we'll sing the praises. I've been 43 years in printing. I've seen many changes, and I keep repeating, print has never been more exciting than it is at the moment, and never been cheaper. Over those 43 years, I've met many people. I know the technology super well. What I do and I'll reinforce what I said before, I'm a matchmaker. You bring something to me that you would like printed, whether it be a business card or a massive brochure, I'll find that printer or maybe 2 or 3 printers that can do that job perfectly for you. I know their technology, I know what quality they're going to supply, I know what service they're going to deliver, and it's a matter of collecting that data together, presenting it back to you, the client. You get exactly what you want. They've done exactly what they want. I've said this before, and I'm in the middle. And yes, I do make a small amount of money, but hey, you'd like me to live, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, very kind.
Yeah. So, let me show them some examples. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sure. Beautiful.
All right. Back in a sec. And we're back. All right. So, in front of us, we've got a couple of different examples. I thought I'll just grab some cards and some basic brochures. As most of you guys, that's some of the most common stuff that businesses would print.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
why don't you explain the differences, some of the key things that we've done for these clients, and what makes this print awesome?
Okay, so what we've got here is a small brochure. It's an A4 to A5. It's actually colour both sides. It's done on a nice 170 GSM. It's for private O proposals. So the interesting thing about this is that at the time this was done, I was able to source something really quite nice. That was a 2-for-1 deal. You buy 1,000, you get 2,000, but you only pay the 1,000 price. So that was a pretty nice thing to happen. And then there are these other things. Your ubiquitous business card. You've got no idea how much work that they do and how much difference it makes if you have a nice one, as opposed to something that you may have purchased from a US printer, which we probably won't mention, who are going to hound you for the rest of your life on email. Yeah. But that's a whole other story. The other interesting thing about this is there's 4 printer products here, right? And I can tell you that they came from 2 different printers, using 4 different presses. So there are certain things that some printing presses will do, others will do ever so slightly differently, but it's a completely different press. And unless you know the business really well, you're not going to be able to supply that exact requirement that your client wants. That you get a semblance of it, but you won't get exactly what you want. And it doesn't cost any more to get exactly what you want. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. And I'll just, all these cards here are just slightly different. Some have UV, some have different effects on the texture.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, when you give these type of cards out or these type of brochures out, people take notice. And that's the impact that you want to have with print. And Paul is actually the person who has created these impacts for all of our clients. So thank you again, Paul.
Well, it's been my pleasure. Thank you for your time.
And I hope you guys found this little interview useful. And if you want to get in touch with Paul, visit .918.
.918.com.au.
Yep.
0417 879 370.
Beautiful.
I'm always there for you.
All right, guys. I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.